Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Every now and then I do a game review if I'm really passionate about something I've been playing, and this time it's Mad Max, and I've been playing it on my PS4 Pro. But it came out in 2015 and I had it since release. It was released the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, which was not good for this game, you can imagine. Pretty much completely overshadowed. But I really have been meaning to unlock this car, the Interceptor, the famous car from Mad Max, and you have to complete the story in the game to get your car back. So, for about 8 years now, can't believe how fast time goes, but I've been determined to unlock this car, but got distracted obviously, and came back to it recently and thought, do you know what, I'm going to do it. And I wanted to ignore a lot of the side mission stuff and just unlock this car so that I could just cruise around at my leisure as Mad Max and just enjoy and soak up the atmosphere. This game, you know, for a game that's about 8 years old, looks incredible still to this day. And in case you're wondering about the first person mode, I do see in a lot of comments on YouTube that people don't know about the first person for driving. You just press on the down direction button on the D-pad, press down twice and you'll go into first person mode when you're in the car. But a brutal game. The story, it's been out, you know, for a long time, so I'm not going to worry too much about spoilers. I won't spoil too much, hopefully, but very brutal story. There's no happy endings in Mad Max. It's all about survival and just living to the next day so you can survive all over again, or try to. And the main villain in this one is, I believe his name was Scrotus, and finally beat him, got my car back. There's one mission in this game which I do show you in this video. It's like a famous Mad Max mission in this game that kind of put a lot of people off finishing it because it was so hard. I got a little trick to how I beat it. It's not really a trick, but just the approach I took really helped me, and you'll see that about halfway through the video. I'll talk you through it. Combat is fantastic, absolutely satisfying, never gets old. It's really good. You've got the really nice ragdoll physics when you punch someone, and if you land the right kind of punch, it goes into like a slow motion. You get the really satisfying impact sounds. It's just a lot of fun fighting, a lot of fun driving. The handling kind of reminds me a little bit of GTA 5, you know, that kind of realistic but also still fun. And the sense of speed, which you'll see later on during the video as well. I like this moment where I was just cruising around and I spotted these guys fixing up their car. I thought, okay, well, I'm going to get them before they get me. Get in the Interceptor. Launch. Beautiful. Graphics, again, I'm really impressed still to this day. I'm really impressed with these graphics. I just love, look at the sky. Well, that takes care of them, almost. Yeah. It's great fun leveling up and upgrading Max as you progress through the game, and the Magnum Opus, the car that you spend the majority of the time in when you're trying to complete the story to unlock the Interceptor, you'll be in a different car, the Magnum Opus, and you can upgrade that and change the paint scheme and put spikes on it and make it look really intimidating. I went for chrome in the end, chrome with spikes. And here's a moment here where I discovered this, you know, victim of these guys, I assume. They came along and got me soon after, started giving me trouble. But I can't recommend it enough. I mean, I'm not a great game reviewer. I don't do it that often, only when a game comes along that I really feel I just want to share my passion on, or in this case, a game that's been overlooked for a long time. There's so many videos on YouTube now of people making videos about Mad Max game and how it's underappreciated, or how, you know, it's kind of overlooked, and it's true. And I really want to do my part to get more people to play this. It's nice and cheap now. You know, you can get this on your PS4 for about, I don't know, I think I paid £6 for it when I got it. These guys were really giving me grief. The reason the colour's gone out of the screen is because I'm almost dead. But I was trying to draw them out of their vehicles so I could have a punch up with them and end them quickly. If they can outnumber you quite often in the game, but once you get the hang of the combat, which is obviously very similar to the Arkham games, but I think I prefer out of all those games that copied the Arkham style of fighting, I think Mad Max did it the best. You know, there's none of that silly hit someone and then fly across the screen, you know, to the other side of the room and punch another guy in one move. You know, it's ridiculous. And that's why another reason why I really don't like that new Gotham Knights game that's coming out with Nightwing and Robin. They're just ping-ponging around the screen. It looks ridiculous. If you're into that, fair enough. And there's the colour coming back into the screen because I'm drinking my water. Look how vibrant it looks. Graphics, man, I can't stress it. Look at the weathering on the Interceptor. But yeah, I love the combat. I think this game did it best. It's made by Avalanche Studios, which are the guys who do Just Cause. And I've only really dabbled in one of the Just Cause games. Got one of them for free once on one of the months on PlayStation Plus. And I still need to really put some time into that because it was a lot of fun. But this is just a real passion project, I think, for Avalanche. I mean, I love it when something like this happens. Rockstar did it with the Warriors game many years ago now. And I really, the one I want, and I've made a video about this specifically on the channel, was for Rockstar to make a Halloween game where you get to be Michael Myers on Halloween night and just let you free roam around Haddonfield as Michael Myers, you know, third person, go into first person, you get the inside the mask view with the breathing sound when you're in first person walking around. I went into great detail about how I'd like that to be. But check that out on the channel, just search Dean Knight 333 Rockstar Halloween game and you should be able to find it. The thumbnail is Michael Myers looking into the reflection of his knife. But you can put the game into like this cinematic mode here, where I've added the widescreen and kind of drawn the camera back a bit and pulled it back. And you can do that. You can do it in the photo mode. You just choose between photo mode or video mode, and you can put filters on the video to make the colors kind of more vibrant, black and white, or whatever you want to do. So that was really nice because I love capturing footage and doing photo mode stuff in video games. It's a lot of fun. There is the magnum opus. The music is pretty good, just exactly what you'd expect, influenced by Fury Road. And I have to say, folks, I love this game, and I haven't even seen the Mad Max original movies. I know that's, you know, you're banging your head against the screen or your phone right now thinking, how could you play this and not seen the original Mel Gibson movies? I just never did. They never came on my radar. I was always aware of him, Mad Max, but it wasn't until the Fury Road, Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron film that I saw that, and I really liked it. So I got the game because that came out near enough the same time. And I tell you, if Mad Max, the original films, were on Netflix right now, I'd watch them. Like, I'd prioritize it, high priority. And they've closed all the shops near me that used to sell Blu-rays and DVDs like HMV. They're all gone now. Most recently, where I live is gone. And if that wasn't the case, you can bet I would have been down there in the next, probably already by now, and bought a box set of Max Payne. What am I talking about? Mad Max. But I suppose it's easy enough to just jump on eBay and do that. So I'll get those films watched. Don't worry about that. This game has made me want to see them big time. But that's the point. It's like I haven't even seen those original movies, and I love this game. So imagine how much more I like it once. Oh, look at that crash. It's a bit crazy. This is spin, but kind of looks like Knight Rider at times. Oh man, I just love how faithful it seems to be. You know, like I said, all I've got to go on is Fury Road, but the kind of look of it, the soundtrack, the combat, it all seems very faithful to me. And there's quite a variation in locations. There's a big map. There's actually a big section of the map I haven't even gone to yet, and I've completed the story, but there's this whole bottom left-hand corner of the map, quite a big section. I haven't even gone there yet. So I'm looking forward to going there in the Interceptor here. I think here's where you get a good sense of speed. Look at that. I have seen a lot of scenes from the Mel Gibson movies, especially Part 2. I've seen the big chase. And I've seen various bits here and there, just not in its entirety. But folks, I'm just letting you know, I definitely think you should pick this up. It's, like I said, it's nice and cheap, it's great fun, and you can always come back to it. It's one of those games, I mean, that's what I did. I took years off, go play other things, do other things in life, and then remember, oh yeah, Mad Max, I never did finish that, and I never did unlock the Interceptor. And finally did it. I was so relieved yesterday when I completed the story and I got this car. But now I'm kind of missing my magnum opus. I'm just booting this guy out of his vehicle so I can take it for a spin. Now I better finish him off, actually. Here's another little bit of that juicy combat. Good night. He's going to see the Sandman. Oh, you got to watch out for storms. They are quite frequent. It's a bit of a pain in the bum. You have to go take shelter, or it will just obliterate you with shrapnel. These huge wind storms that just take out everything around them. So you can see the deadly rims they've put on this thing. The interior view isn't very good in this car. You can't really see where you're going, so let's get back in third person, I think. It's nice that they go to the trouble, though. They didn't have to put a first person view in the car, but I'm so glad that they did. It just makes it so much more immersive, and you really feel like Max. Did I do it again? Yeah, it is Max. I keep thinking of Max Payne. Why do I saw some video recently where they were saying that they're actually remaking the Max Payne original game, and I'm really quite keen to play that. I used to... Oh, here's that mission. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place. Here is that famous mission in Mad Max that puts a lot of people off continuing playing it. You have to kill the guy right in front. He's in a bigger vehicle, and you have to use your rocket launcher thing to... And I just managed to get him there, even though I'm being blocked. You've got to hit him about 5 times. And I found, like I was saying, my little trick to doing this was to drive in first person, because they do something to the handling in this race, and they make it really, really harsh. Like the slightest touch off anything, and you'll spin out, and you'll just have to restart the bloody race again. But I found being in first person really gave me an edge, and I had a much better sense of how close I was to the walls, and I didn't have any problems once I went into first person mode. But I managed to take him out really quickly. That's what you have to do. If you're doing like 2 laps, 3 laps, still trying to get him, just go backwards and start the mission again. The mission will restart if you go the wrong way. But I managed to get him really quickly here, and I was so proud of myself, because all the comments I was reading, I started watching videos on YouTube about how to do this easy. There is no easy way, but just relentless. I got really angry and I just went for him, but he's dead there. So I was so happy. That's the hardest mission in the game there, folks. After that, you're back on pretty much a nice, comfortable level. And then I had to fight my the person who was helping me launch the rockets. They just stick us in a dome, kind of like Beyond Thunderdome, from what I can gather. And we have to fight to the death. I was like, man, this sucks. Thank you for helping me win that race. Now you must die. But, cool. It's Mad Max after all. You never know what's going to happen. You can guarantee it's not going to be pretty. Oh, yep. Sorry about that. You know, I want my interceptor. I got to get it back. I thought this was going to be the big fight. But he just... Yeah. It's pretty harsh. But yeah, Chumbucket, he's a cool character. A bit annoying at first, but in the end he really grew on me, and I like having him around. You don't have to have him with you all the time. When you go in the interceptor, there's nowhere for him to sit, so you're just on your own. But more juicy combat. Look how fun it is. We'll take them all on. Forget about it. Let's go. Who else wants a piece? Oh, there's more coming down the steps. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you want to call them supporting characters in the game. The few that there are that you talk to, they're pretty well done. Everything's well done. Great graphics, great gameplay. For a Mad Max game, pretty decent story. I was fine with it. I got a little pissed off here trying to fight everyone, just decided to shoot them instead. Well, there's some great combat coming up where someone was launching these explosive kind of fireballs at us, and a bunch of people blow up, and it's glorious. So that's coming up soon. Stick around for that. But yeah, great soundtrack, like I said. The sound effects, the car, you know, the sound of your tires on the sand and the gravel kicking up dirt, all that stuff. It's all there, and it's all very, very well done. The sound of the wind, the dust, the harshness of the environment, captured to perfection. I mean, look at the lighting. This game's about 8 years old. 2015. And like I said, came out the same day as Metal Gear Solid. Oh, here we go. Yeah, and I love Metal Gear Solid, so I was definitely playing that more than this, but I do remember kind of splitting my time between that game and this one. Right, keep an eye out now for people exploding. Yeah, when I first started playing this again, I needed to get better at the combat, and I was taking a few hits. Here we go. Is someone gonna get... Oh, that was harsh. There's better ones though. Hang on. These last 2 guys. Oh, that dude, he's gonna go. Oh, see it again. Boom. Chunky. And that is satisfying. Oh, pick up a petrol can, ignite it, throw it at them. They blow up. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Look at all their parts everywhere, all the bits. Oh man, I tell you, it's good fun. What would I give it out of 10? Man, I don't know. 9? 9.5? I mean, the map is huge. There's a hell of a lot to do on the map. Like I said, I did the story first to unlock my favourite car that I wanted, the Interceptor. And there's a whole bunch of enemy camps. Just all kinds of stuff you have to do on the map. There's loads to do. So much that I can't even really think of one particular thing to mention right now. Oh, they're about to blow up again. No, maybe. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, upgrading's fun. Oh, that was a good one. About 3 of them took it just there. He's on fire. He's loving it. Smoke effects look good. Fire looks good. I love the way you get the slow motion on certain punches. Usually the last punch of a fight. Here's some random footage of Max just running, because I thought you'd like to see that. There you go. He runs well. Man, the sky just looks incredible. There's Chum Bucket fixing my car. And this enemy camp was a lot of fun to figure out. I couldn't get in. Couldn't quite work it out, but I figured it out in the end, and it was a lot of fun working out how to get into this impenetrable fortress, but it was worth it in the end. Look at the weathering again, man. That is just a beautiful car. Well, maybe beautiful is not the right word, but there's just something about it. And I think they're doing a second one now. I think that's what I heard recently, that the Avalanche Studios are working on a Mad Max 2 game. And that is good news for me, because I could not wait. I mean, how much better is the next one going to look if this looks this good and it's like 8 years old? It's just unbelievable. Look at the sand and the dirt in the tires. Those 2 big tanks on the back. The V8 engine roaring at the front. Just limitless draw distance of barren wasteland. The only thing around is death and misery. It's up to you. Save who you can. Save yourself. Liberate some camps. Turn them into good camps. And you can upgrade your camps as well, so that you can go there and get restocks on water and petrol and ammo and all that stuff. It's all been thought of. It's all there. There's an ally camp. Here's one of the kind of... This reminded me a little bit of Terminator 1. That kind of underground where everyone hides to keep safe. And it's just one of the bases. I missed the warning in the right hand corner when I was actually playing this, warning me that this was the final showdown and I should make sure I've done everything before I do it. I just was so determined to get my car back. Just had tunnel vision. This guy in here very much kind of reminded me of some of what we saw in Fury Road with the blood bags. Poor dude's been hanging up there for a long time. He probably deserved it though. Who knows? Look at the state of Max. That blood's always there. It's just not always, but as the game goes on, you just get more and more gnarly. You can grow your beard and change the clothes you're wearing and all kinds of stuff. Yep, it's a brutal game, folks. Look at this cinematics, really right out of the movie. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Look at Scrotus sitting up there on high. I'll get you. I'll get you. I'll get my car back too. That's it, folks. Drop a like on this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on what you think about this game. I'd love to hear from you. And please take my advice. If you haven't played it, get it. It's absolutely fantastic. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at DKnight333. You can support the channel on Patreon if you wish. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.